What on God's green earth is going on, everyone, and welcome to the new and improved Root of All Angel with your host, Angel, the main antagonist. Man, it is good to be back, but now I know you all must be asking yourselves, what the hell happened to our Angel, and who the hell is this main antagonist? Well, let me explain, as I will use this episode to give you all an update on where I want to take Root of All Angel and exactly how I'm going to do it. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Welcome to the new era of Root of All Angel. So who exactly is the main antagonist? Well, it's all of us. An antagonist is the challenge a protagonist must overcome in storytelling, and I often see myself as my biggest challenge or the only one stopping me. Everyone has their vices and everyone has their shortcomings that hold them back from greatness. However, once we acknowledge we are our own worst enemies or our own main antagonist, we can defeat those challenges with swift precision and crushing resolve. That is exactly who Angel, the main antagonist, is. But why? Because it's fucking fun. Coming up with a persona or a gimmick allows me to be more creative, and not only with the podcast, but for other avenues I want to take Root of All Angel. This is going to allow me to show off more of my personality when giving reviews or just being more transparent with you all, the audience. But going back to the more creative side with things, I want to expand to other areas that aren't just podcasting. Photography, video, and streaming are all forms of art that I will be incorporating more into Root of All Angel over the course of the next year or so. The Root of All Angel podcast will still be the focal point, obviously, but with a few changes to reviews and me doing more solo casting about topics that are on my mind, I really want to take this thing to the next level. Reviews are going to be more in-depth and longer. The shorter, more bite-sized approach for reviews worked, but they weren't fun for me and often felt very hollow and kind of felt like a chore a lot of the time. I think 15 to 20 minute reviews formats work best and allowed me to actually dive into movies and feel like I gave you my all with my honest, unfiltered take. To make reviews more substantial, I will be having more guest reviewers and speaking more in depth about certain aspects of films. This won't be the case for every movie or game, but for most part, I want to make more reviews more engaging. Also, if 2 or more movies come out in a week, you're probably going to get a double or triple header review. These reviews will be a little bit more condensed, but this will save me time and give you guys longer content to enjoy. From time to time, along with the reviews, I want to discuss certain topics regarding gaming news or movie news or rumors or all that jazz. These segments will often open review episodes and segue into the reviews. So rather than just making small bite-sized episodes about small topics here and there, you're going to get both. Again, the point is to make the episodes more engaging and to make the reviews more fun as a result. Also, with the great success of the Michael Washington interview from Argyle Rebel Films, shout out to Michael Washington, of course, good guy, interviews are still going to be a thing, and I want them to be an even bigger part of Root of All Angel. I've learned that interviews are very difficult to line up, but they're very worth it. More are coming soon, especially one that I cannot wait to share with you guys coming in early November. As for what kinds of interviews to expect, you'll just have to wait and see for what this main antagonist has in store for you. With that said, thank you guys so much for continuing your support for Root of All Angel. And while we're here, let's just talk about what the main antagonist is currently watching and what he's looking forward to in the next few weeks. So for all those Marvel fans out there, I just wanted to give a quick, a rundown on what I thought about Shang Chi along with the What If series that's currently going on. So as far as Shang Chi, I did not do a review for it. I know a lot of you guys were kind of bummed and looking forward to that. But it was around the time where I just kind of needed a break from the podcasting deal, and it was really a movie that just didn't interest me because I liked it so much. And it's one of those movies where I really had nothing negative to say about it. Everything that was super positive about it that I've heard has already been said. I'd be adding nothing new or different as far as an opinion goes. So yeah, I just decided not to do a review on it for that reason. And I loved the movie. I thought the action was incredible. I really enjoyed the plot. I enjoyed the villain especially and how relatable and understanding he was. All in all, probably the best Marvel project this year. And for me, probably the best Marvel project since Endgame for sure. And it honestly felt like a Jackie Chan adventure episode from the old TV show back in the WB days when I was a wee lad. But I really did enjoy it. And as far as What If, the Disney Plus series, I've been kind of hot and cold on it, honestly. The first few episodes I really enjoyed, the Captain Carter one and the one with Chadwick Boseman's performance as T'Challa as Star-Lord. I thought that was a really cool take on that. As far as some of the other episodes, the one before the last one, the Party Thor one, Didn't really enjoy that one. And the Marvel Zombies one just kind of felt a little all over the place. And I didn't really like that one per se either. I feel like that maybe could have took more time. That feels more like it should have been an animated movie rather than just a TV episode or whatever. That was like, 30, 40 minutes long. Last episode, though, very cool. Ultron discovering the Watcher and becoming all powerful and just flat out bitch slapping the shit out of Thanos, where he cuts him in half with the Mind Stone. So yeah, I really did enjoy. I'm enjoying the series so far, and I believe next Wednesday is the season finale. So definitely looking forward to that, and we'll give you guys a formal review on what I thought about What If. Another show I've been recently watching, and you guys, if you guys know me, you know I really do not like TV shows. Not that I don't mind the quality or I don't mind the actual content of a TV show, but it's just a big investment for me, and I like to take my time with TV shows. Honestly, I don't like to binge them. By the way, it is not cool to binge a 9-hour series in one day. Please go outside. Please go touch some grass. Please just be a human being. Do not binge watch a TV show in an entire day, unless you're sick, of course, or you're feeling down on yourself or whatever. I understand that, but do not brag about binge watching TV shows. That is the worst thing you can do. Besides the point, I've been watching Squid Game and did not know what to expect. Saw a lot of people talking about it. Didn't watch a trailer. Didn't do anything. I literally just saw it on Netflix on my queue and hit play. And I'm 2 episodes in, and I am very pleasantly surprised. I did think that a lot of this series, so far anyway, was going to lead into very cliched Hunger Games territory, where it's like, oh yeah, look how crazy and dystopian and fucked up this is, or whatever. But really, no, it kind of, yeah, it plays on that, but also it plays with the expectations of the characters. And none of the characters are really good people. They're all kind of shitty in their own way. And it does a really good job, of showing you the backstory for each of the main characters or the side characters or whatever you want to call it. And why they're in the position that they are in and why they would even entertain playing this game, going to this island, playing these games where they're risking their lives for a large sum of money. So only 2 episodes in. I do plan on finishing it hopefully within the week or so. Episodes are pretty long. They're like an hour long, I believe, and they do take up a lot of time, but the quality in them so far is great. Also, shout out to Korean filmmaking, TV, all that stuff. I feel like they've been really underrated for a long time. They have a really good zombie movie, Train to Busan, coming out of Korea. Parasite, obviously, Academy Award-winning film out of Korea, South Korea, obviously. Just really good films coming out of there. And this show is another great TV show so far. Very good quality. And I really enjoy how it's still, yes, there's, subtitles, obviously, for English audiences and everyone else to understand it. And there's some really bad voice dubbing over the actual actors' speech patterns or whatever. But all in all, like, I really do enjoy how this is a foreign TV show and it's the most popular show in the US right now. And that's something that's pretty rare, I want to say. It's not something that's just like British made or from another English speaking country. It's something from South Korea, which is very different. And I'm really happy to see that. Really happy they didn't just like take the concept and recast it with a bunch of Americans and make it an American version. Like our version would be better than the Korean version or whatever. No, let's stick to the original version and just show it the way it was supposed to be showed. So I really do enjoy that, and I'm really happy for the success of this show. And next up, as far as movies go that I'm excited to see, there's really not much as far as movies that I'm uber excited to see in theaters. I will be seeing Venom at some point. I don't know if I'm going to review that. I probably will, but it would probably be tacked on to another movie review as well. I feel like I just wouldn't have much to say about Venom. I didn't really enjoy the first movie all that much, and the second one, there's carnage in it, but I don't know. It just doesn't really excite me. I do think Venom is a cool character, but he's never excited me as a character that I would want to see a standalone film about at all. And yeah, I don't know. And also, it's just like, I don't know, the whole Sony thing and it being its own Sony-verse or whatever. You know, I don't want to be like that Disney stan or MCU stan or whatever, but MCU just does it right. And any Marvel property that's not in the MCU, I'm just not interested in. It sucks, but I'm just not. Probably because Disney knows what they're doing, and shout out to Kevin Feige, just knocking it out of the park with every project they put out. But all in all, I probably will watch it and give you guys a quick review on it. Another movie that I'm actually very excited to see, though, is No Time to Die, the latest 007 film that was originally supposed to come out, I believe, last year, but, you know, COVID. And, you know, I'm kind of excited for this one. I heard it is the longest of the James Bond films. I really have enjoyed Daniel Craig's run, and I believe this is his last movie. After this, they will start looking for a new James Bond. But yeah, no, I really like how he brought this visceralness, this like edginess to the character, this no nonsense kind of hard hitting, balls to the wall attitude. He brought some attitude to the character that I feel like the character always kind of lacked. And I really do like his interpretation of the character. So he will be missed. But cast looks incredible as well. Rami Malek playing the villain. That's going to be really interesting to see. And I'm really interested in how they kind of retire his character, or I guess put an end to James Bond's or Daniel Craig's James Bond. I'm really interested in seeing how they go about that. And I hope it doesn't disappoint. I'm going to go see it with a bunch of buds on the day it comes out. I believe next Wednesday on the 8th. So, or 8th or 10th or whatever, I believe. So yeah, I really cannot wait for that. Also, guys, it's Halloween. You know what that means. It means spooky ass fucking movies. We are going to be talking about multiple spooky movies, TV shows, OG horror movies from the 70s, 80s, 90s. I'm actually going to probably hit up one of my good friends who loves all things horror, loves all things spooky dooky. Probably hit him up and have him on the podcast to talk to about a few of these movies and really dissect why we like these movies, why we like the I guess aesthetic of a lot of these movies. And yeah, so I'm not really quite ready to call it a Halloween series yet. I'm probably not going to I don't really have anything planned for that as far as that goes, but we are definitely going to be talking about scary movies. And you guys know me, I love scary shit, so that's going to be in the books. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this latest episode of the Root of All Angel podcast. You know where to find me, at Root of All Angel on Twitter and Instagram. And if you guys know anyone that really likes movies or just wants to hear a douchebag share his opinions on certain things or whatever, throw them a link, throw them their, you know, my Spotify, throw them my Instagram profile, whatever. I'm a good looking guy. Make sure you guys just spread the word, and you know, it'd be really appreciated. You know, this thing did start out as a hobby. It still very much is a hobby, but I'm taking it a lot more seriously now. Just because you know, it's fun to do. It gives me a purpose besides just waking up, going to work, working out, being the main antagonist, being a complete badass. It gives me something other to do other than that. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, in all seriousness, guys, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I couldn't really do this without listeners, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in each and every week or whenever you guys have time. It's very much appreciated. But anyway, make sure you guys check out some of my older reviews if you are new to the podcast. Those are going to be very different than the reviews that I'm going to be putting out in the future. But all in all, you'll kind of get a feel of where I'm coming from with certain things. But yeah, this is definitely a new era for Root of All Angel. You're going to get more unfiltered, unforgiving, and unapologetic Angel. And I don't mean me just being offensive or me being an asshole. I actually mean just me sharing my more raw thoughts on certain things. And I guess just being more me. It's Angel cranked up to 11, and I want to share that with other people, and have other people that are willing to listen to my opinions and my thoughts, and also come on the podcast and challenge me and share those good times and fun thoughts with me as well. So if you're interested in that, hit me up as well. But thank you guys so much, and make sure you guys take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.